When you first enter the off season, usually, after 6 months of banging heads, there's something, something doesn't feel right. You have some type of nick or injury that needs to be taken care of. So usually with rest, physical therapy, light exercise, you try and get your body back to 100%, get it functioning properly in the right movement patterns and things like that. Then during the winter months, we usually concentrate a lot on building strength, putting on a little bit of size, a lot more time, especially as a defensive player, is spent in the weight room and not as much time on the field. Just trying to put back on the weight that you may have lost during the season and gain back some of the strength you lost during the season. And as you start getting closer and closer to the season, I think the balance starts going a little. You spend a little more time on the football field working on football-specific drills and conditioning, getting your body ready to play a football game, to play 4 quarters and more, and whatever is needed, getting ready for training camp. A little less time in the weight room, but really perfecting the stuff that you worked on during the winter. Once you enter the season, obviously, I don't think the goals are to gain any size or add any strength. It's really just to maintain, and it can change from week to week because coming in and out of a game, you always have something different that hurts. One week it might be your shoulder, the next week it might be your knee or something. So you're constantly adjusting your training during the season, and all your conditioning work and all of that for myself is done on the football field. Just as a defensive player, running to the football. Every single snap in football, that helps me maintain my conditioning for game days. And time spent in the weight room is maybe 2, maximum 3 times a week. Compound exercise, just trying to maintain, squat, bench, real basic, nothing, nothing extraordinary, not reinventing the wheel, just kind of trying to maintain.
During the season, I want to address the 2 main elements of strength and speed. And we don't want guys to lose their speed, we don't want guys to lose their strength. And a way to catch both of those in a way is with power. So we have these main elements that we're playing with when we're in the gym setting. And so maybe moves that are compound moves that are involving lots of muscles and several joints. So that'll be one type of move. Another is explosive moves or Olympic type moves. We like to use those as well. So getting in the gym, covering almost every exercise. Certainly though, the workouts have to be smaller, so not as long, not as big, but do want to have the intensity be fairly high. So a good warm up, a few hard sets, intense sets, and then get them back to the rest of their day.
Usually during the winter, I think you tend to gain a little bit more weight just because you're not running as much. You're not out there playing football or anything like that, so you have I have a tendency to put on a little more muscle mass, eat a couple more calories, especially throughout the holidays and the long winter months. But once we get out on the football field, when the spring rolls around, and we usually start cutting down, getting to my playing weight, which for myself this year is around 215 pounds. Usually during the off season, I'll hover closer to 220. But by the time we get to training camp, I'm back down at my playing weight.